Hi, how's it going? I've tried to record this multiple times and I keep not being happy with it, so I'm just going to try to go and get it done. Here is some footage of me editing the fandom wiki in the background to have something to look at. Anyway, I have thoughts that I've been having for a while that I just wanted to talk about because I find it weird that we don't have what I'm about to talk about. Anyway, I'm assuming you have probably seen card game ads before. Like, probably have seen, well, on the older side, like, when did Pokemon come out? Late 90s? 99? Late 90s? 98? Anyway, they did ads for the card game back then. They still do ads for the card game today. And they're really the only ones I have seen. I've seen old Yu-Gi-Oh ads. I've seen old Magic ads. But one thing that I keep finding to be weird is where are the ads for Lorcana? I've only seen two. One in English, one in Japanese. You can find them both on this channel, by the way. They are the first two videos. They are very poor quality, because I had to resize them so they don't look the best, but they're there if you want to watch them. Anyway, Disney, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, media company of all time. They own several of the largest media franchises of all time. I see ads for different things they own all the time. As I'm saying, if you play Lorcana, you probably do as well. So that leads me to the question, why doesn't Disney make more than one Lorcana ad? Because one is made by Takara Tomy for the release in Japan, and the only other one that I've seen was shown off during one of the Lorecast, and I've not seen it outside of the Lorecast except on my own channel. So like, they have multiple TV channels: Disney Channel, Disney XD, Disney Junior, ABC, Freeform, etc. They have tons and tons and tons of YouTube channels. They have tons and tons and tons of social media. So why aren't there any ads? Why is there why when a new set is coming out, why don't I see ads on ABC? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, and they stopped, I don't remember where they said this, but I remember at one point, if you've been here from the beginning, you know they did story trailers up to set 6, and somewhere they said they aren't doing more story trailers going forward. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you don't have commercials. These are the closest things to commercials that you have. It doesn't make sense to me. And like, I read Marvel Comics, which is owned by Disney. And in the comic books, they have ads for a bunch of stuff. Some Disney stuff, some not, but mostly Disney stuff. Why don't they put an ad for Lorcana in the books? Like, for a good while, fairly recently, they had 2 backs for their comic books. One back was an ad for Lego Star Wars, and the more recent one is an ad for M&M's. Just make the next back an ad for Lorcana. One thing, there are tons and tons and tons and tons of Disney fans everywhere across the world. But how many of them actually know the game exists? I I I've been keeping up with the game since it was announced at D23 2022, but that's because I watched Disney stuff from trailers to theories, park stuff occasionally, uh, merchandise reviews, different stuff on YouTube, and I have been doing that for years. And and whenever D23 happens, I've never been able to go, but I always watch content about D23 when it happens. So because of that, I got recommendations for videos announcing Lorcana when it was announced. How many Disney fans didn't get that, didn't see that? Like, you may have, I've heard of more people just walking through Target or Walmart and seeing it on itself and like, oh, what is this? And buying it then. Than people like sitting, watching a YouTube video or sitting on their couch watching TV and then an ad came up, because that hasn't happened. And just like, I would assume you would want to market the game, because I love the game. I haven't gotten to play as much as I would like, but I like playing it. I like collecting it. I am a big Disney fan. But nobody who I know, who I have not told, knows about the game. People I know, at least people I've talked to, don't know anything about the big three, but they've at least heard of them. They've not even heard of Lorcana, which is wild to me, because again, it is a Disney game. We should all be seeing ads for it everywhere. So part of what I wanted to say in this video is I just wanted to rant about that, because like it literally, I've been thinking about it for months and it literally makes no sense to me. But also, I just want to give some anecdotal experience as a person who's tried to get people into Lorcana before. At my campus, I've basically been the what's a good word? I've basically been like evangelizing Lorcana. Like what set was it? Like right before As a White Sea, I took cards, right? I made these paper envelopes that had a hole in the front so you could see the card. I put the cards in the envelopes and I just went around campus handing them out so people knew about the game. I've literally put up posters for my game nights. I've played with max 4 people in the room at once. It's like, what am I trying to say? I just think you can't, word of mouth advertising is always good, right? But you can't just leave it up to the fans to do all the advertising for you. I can't spend all my time like going door to door like a witness and being like, hey, have you heard about the best game in the world? And like, I can't spend all my time doing that. I have school, I have work, I have to clean and study. I don't have time for that. And that's part of the reason I've been trying to post videos, hoping that we have a lot of people in the space posting videos to YouTube or Twitter or Instagram or what have you. But still, if you compare that to other games, even other games that came out recently, our numbers are small. So I'm hoping by doing these kinds of videos that somebody, that by luck, by chance, whatever, this will end up in one of these videos, will end up in the recommendation section of somebody who's not heard of Lorcana. And by this, even if they don't instantly like, oh, let me go buy that, let me go play that, at least now they know about it. At least now it's something they're aware of. So, what do I think they should do? Do exactly what I said. Put ads on all of your... Put ads on YouTube. Put ads on your TV channels. Put ads in the back of your comic books. When I saw on Reddit, when the Japan launch was happening, I saw lots of in-person advertising, like posters and stuff, like in subways. We were getting pictures from Japan of that kind of stuff, and I'm like, and why aren't we doing that here? Why has that not happened? I don't know if any of you watch the channel. I always can mess up the letters in my head, but I think it's pronounced Kodak. He's been reviewing like card games and toys and stuff for a long time, and while I don't always agree with what his reviews are, like I don't agree with his assessment on Lorcana, I do respect him as a creator, and I watch his videos, especially when a new game is coming out. First thing I want to do is go see what he thinks about it. But one thing that he mentioned, it may have been in his 7 Deadly Sins of Trading Card Games series, but one thing he has mentioned is something called the 2-year curse, is about how most trading card games fail within their first 2 years. Now, with Lorcana, we are getting really close to the 2-year mark. We are almost through, at least through that part, not out of the woods, but we're almost to that 2 years. But even being only a couple months away from reaching that, we still, if people don't know the game exists, people will not buy the game. If people do not buy the game, people don't play the game. If you don't play the game, they don't get invested, and they don't tell other people, and then those people don't buy the game, and those people don't play the game, and they don't tell other people, and the game doesn't grow. And if the game doesn't grow, the game dies. So, I just think Disney and Ravensburger, either one, both, all, need to be more proactive in directly advertising the game so people know the game exists. Like, at the beginning, near the beginning of this video, I said, even though they're shorter than they used to be, whenever a new Pokemon set is released, Pokemon is still releasing ads. They're like 20, 30 seconds, but they're still releasing ads every set. I would like to see Lorcana do something like that. I would like to see, at the very least, like a 20, 30 second ad for each set. Like doing the Lorecast, when they announce the sets, if they're not going to do they used to play the story trailer first, and then they talk about the set. And if you're not going to do story trailers anymore, make an ad, show us the ad, and then talk about it during the Lorecast. And then you can't just do what they did in the other Lorecast and keep the longer ad only in the video. You have to take that ad and you have to advertise. You have to show it to people so they know what's happening. Like, other things they could do. I'm looking at it right now. I have these I don't know what you call them, like paper portfolios or whatever from Pokemon XY Evolutions. Uh, when that came out, me and my family were just at Toys R Us, and bam, they had a table in the front of the store, being like, "Hey, Pokemon has a new set called XY Evolutions. Look, we have all these new cards, and we even have reprints of cards from the first few sets." And it was a really cool thing. It coincided with Sun and Moon coming out. It was a really cool thing. They gave us 2 promos, and you could come back for the next couple of days, and every day they had different promos, and that was just a really cool thing. And it got me invested in Pokemon. I had always been a fan of Pokemon, but XY Evolution was the first set I opened consistently. And I continued to collect Pokemon for years after that until Lorcana was announced. Afterwards, I pivoted to this. So just from that one interaction, they took a person who's already a Pokemon fan, got them interested into the game, and then I continued to collect the game for years and years. I didn't play a bunch, but I collected the game for years and years. Like I said earlier, there are a bunch of Disney fans around the world. If they could do something like that, if they could, like, oh, hey, we're here at Walmart, and here's our new sets coming out. Here are some promo cards from our new set. Maybe that could do what XY Evolutions did to me to someone else. Like, excuse me, I'm just looking around my room of stuff that came out of that interaction. I have Pokemon pins that have come from pin collections. Again, I have those portfolios down there. I have binders of cards over here somewhere. I'm literally staring at an empty pack of Sword and Shield Darkness Ablaze right now. I have Pokemon stuff all around my room. And it all came from that one starting interaction at a Toys R Us. That's what Disney Lorcana needs to be doing. Disney is a massive IP that is loved the world over, but you can't just rely on that. You can't just be like, oh, Disney's big, Disney's popular. If we just say, hey, it's Disney, everybody will come play the game. No, you have to tell them, hey, this game exists. This is what's neat about it. This is why you should come open it and play it and collect it. You can't just be like, well, we put Disney on it. We'll just wait. We'll just sit here and wait for the fans to roll in. Like, it's not like what's that quote from that movie, the baseball movie, like, build it and they will come? No, you build it, tell people about it, and then they will come. I'm not trying to be, like, hateful or spiteful. Again, I love Disney. I think overall, especially for their first trading card game, Ravensburger has been doing their best. I've not agreed with every decision they've made. Like with the World announcement, I think it was pretty clear that they were definitely, oh, we were not expecting this competitive stuff to be as popular as it was, because I tried to get tickets for Atlanta, because I don't live too far. And it was right after I got out of school that DLC Atlanta happened, literally like the day after. And I tried to get tickets, but they started with only, what was it, like 512, 518 tickets, and they sold out immediately. They sold out like the second it opened. And they eventually had to open it up to over 1,000. They eventually had to sell over 1,000 tickets just for that DLC Atlanta, not to even count what happened at the first one in Europe, which I think was Lille. I think it was DLC Lille. Uh, but where I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but I don't think they were expecting the competitive side of the game to be as big as as it became. So I think being being inexperienced is part of the reason why they haven't done this. But also, they they had Ravensburger. Disney's been around for 100 years. Ravensburger has been releasing puzzles and board games for I don't know how long they've been around, but I know they are like a leader in that industry, in puzzles specifically. They should know how to market their own products. I know this is their first trading card game. I respect I respect that. I know they were not expecting that they would need to print as much. They weren't expecting that they would need to uh, open up their competitive side as much. But that still doesn't mean they shouldn't be trying. Because with the competitive side, they saw that they weren't selling enough tickets, so they opened it up. They tried. With with printing, they saw the first two sets they heavily underprinted, so they raised the print count. They tried. Why with advertising are they not trying? Also, like, if anybody else has seen any other commercials than the ones that are on my channel, please, and you see this, please let me know, because I would like to see them. But I've not seen any besides those two. We can't just rely on fans and on gaming websites to market the game. You have to put in effort. You have to get out to where the people are, on on social media, on TV, in person. You have to go and advertise to them directly. I don't know. I just really wanted to rant about that because it's been bugging me. It's like, we're almost at 2 years. You've made story trailers. You've done Lorecast. You've done all these different things. You should. You're not a new company. You're not a new company. Your company has been in the game space, even though not the trading cards game space specifically, but the game space for a long time. You should know how to do this. This game has been out for almost 2 years. You should be advertising. You should have been advertising this entire time. But I feel like I haven't seen a bunch of advertising since the announcement. I think in the first couple of months of the announcement, this was when I saw the most direct advertising. It's like, I think it's good when they do things like with the D23 Iago, because like, hey, they might be Disney fans. Again, like I said earlier, Disney fans who don't know about Lorcana, they open their D23 box and like, oh, hey, there's this card in there. What's this from? Look it up. Oh, here, there's this game. That's interesting. I might go buy that. But that's not, you have to do more. You can't just send one card to people who, to already Disney fans. Also, I've been talking about advertising to Disney fans who already exist. You should do that. They definitely should do that, but they can't just do that They can't just advertise to people who are only Disney fans. You have to advertise to people who aren't Disney fans. You have to advertise to people who aren't trading card fans. And to some extent, it's worked. If you've been around this community, you've heard a lot of people who've come in from other games, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, digital games like Hearthstone, people who were brought in. You know a lot of people who are into Disney who've never played a trading card game before, and this is their first game, and that is Disney that brought them into this game. But you can't just be targeting those two groups. You have to target the in group, but you also have to target the out group. You have to bring them in. I guess that's what Gateway is for, to put that in the board game aisle. So like when a parent is just walking by trying to get a new board game and they're feeling like, oh, here's a Disney thing, this might be cool, and they're like, this might be a fun board game, and then they take it home and it's like, oh, this is not a board game, it has cards, let's try this, and then they play it and they're like, oh, this is fun. But still, you can't let that be all. That's the thing I keep saying. You can't let these 1 or 2, 3 things be all. Have any of you been seeing recently these Disney Solitaire ads? They recently launched a Disney Solitaire app. It's like I don't know how to play solitaire. I don't particularly care. But I see them almost every day. Why? Why, for the love of God, do instead of the solitaire ads for just solitaire with Disney characters, why instead am I not seeing Lorcana ads? Why aren't replace the solitaire ads with Lorcana ads, or keep putting out the solitaire ads and Lorcana ads? I see them 2-3 times a day. Why are we not advertising the other game? Again, Magic isn't doing, I haven't seen ads for their particular sets on TV and stuff. But they do have ads but they are advertising Magic TCG, Magic Arena, Pokemon's advertising TCG Pocket, Yu-Gi-Oh's advertising Duel Links. So they are advertising. I just want to see Lorcana advertise. That's it. That's what this whole rant has been about. That is the moral of the story. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to rant. Have a good day. I'll be back soon. Okay.